Hello dear students and welcome to DAV Moil Public School. Let's begin an online session of Standard 10th Subject Science with your teacher Mrs. Vandana Ghagre. Dear students, today in the Unit 12 Electricity, we will see the heating effect of electric current. Heating effect of electric current. We know that, dear students, a battery or a cell is a source of electrical energy. From where do they get? The chemicals which are stored inside the cell produce the electric energy. The chemical reaction within the cell generates the potential difference between the two terminals that sets the electrons in motion to flow the current through the resistor or a system of resistors connected to the battery. We also seen in the section 12.2 that to maintain the current, the source has to keep expending its energy. Then only there is a flow of current. If no energy, there will be no flow of current. So where does this energy go? A part of this source energy in maintaining the current may be consumed into the useful work, like in rotating the blades of an electric fan. So the electricity used in rotating the blade of an electric fan, but the rest of the energy source may be expended in heat to raise the temperature of the gadgets. Sometimes we observe in our everyday life, when you put on some mobile charge or laptop or something else, after some time it's get heated. So that is nothing but the heat. For example, an electric fan becomes warm if you used continuously for the longer time, etc. On the other hand, if the electric circuit is purely resistive, that's a configuration of resistor only connected to a battery, the source energy continually gets dissipated entirely in the form of heat. So this is known as the heating effect of the electric current. And this heating effect is utilized in a proper way in some device. Such devices are electric heaters and electric irons, etc. Consider a current I flowing through a resistors of resistance R. Let the potential difference across it be V. Let T be the time during which a charge Q flows across. The work done in moving the charge Q through a potential difference V is VQ, and therefore the source must supply energy equal to VQ in time T. Hence the power input to the circuit by the source is P is equal to VQ upon T, that is VI, or the energy supplied to the circuit by the source in time T is P into T, that is VIT. What happens to this energy expended by a source? This energy gets dissipated in a resistor as a heat, and thus for a steady current I, the amount of heat H produced in time T is given by H equals to VIT. Applying Ohm's law, we get H equals to I square RT. This is known as the Joule's law of heating. The law implies that heat produced in a resistor is directly proportional to the square of current for a given resistance, and directly proportional to the resistance for the given current, and directly proportional to the time for which the current flows through the resistor. In practical situation, when an electric appliance is connected to a voltage source and is used after calculating the current through it using the relation I equals to V upon R. An electrical iron consumes energy at the rate of 840 watt when heating it at maximum rate and 360 watt when heating is at the minimum. The voltage is 220 volt. What is the current and the resistance in each case? So here first we know that the power input is P is equal to VI, and thus current I equals to P upon V. So when heating is at maximum rate, I is equal to 840 upon 220, that is 3.82 ampere, and the resistance of an electric iron is given by, use this value of current, R is equal to V upon I, that is 57.60 ohms. Now when the heating is at minimum rate, I equals to 360 upon 220 volt, that is the current flows through the circuit is 1.64. Now the resistance is what? R is equal to V upon I, that is 220 volt upon 1.64 is equal to 134.15 ohms. So in this way, dear students, by applying the different formulas and substituting the given values, we can calculate the required quantity. 100 joule of heat is produced each second in 4 ohms resistance. Find the potential difference across the resistors. Means here you have to find out the V. So H equals to what? 100 joule. R equals to 4 ohms. And T equals to 1 second. It is given each second. So from the equation, H equals to square root of H by RT. So substitute the value. You will get the answer I equals to 5A. Thus the potential difference across the resistors V is equal to IR, that is 5 ampere into 4 ohms equals to 20 volt. So in this way, by using the different formula, you can calculate the required quantity. And practical applications of heating effect of electric current. The generation of heat in a conductor is an inevitable consequences of electric current. In many cases, it is undesirable as it converts useful electric energy into heat, means that heat gets just wasted. In the electric circuit, the unavoidable heating can increase the temperature of the components and alter their properties. However, heating effect of electric current has many useful applications, but if that heat is utilized in a proper and desirable useful way. The electric laundry iron, electrical toaster, electrical oven, electrical kettle and electrical heater are some of the familiar devices which are based on the heating effect of electric current. The electric heating is also used to produce light, as in an electrical bulb. Here, the filament must retain as much of the heat generated as is possible, so that gets very hot and emits light. It must not melt at such high temperature, and therefore a strong metal with high melting point such as tungsten, because its melting point is what? 380 degree Celsius, is used for making bulb filament. The filament should be thermally isolated as much as possible using insulating support, etc. The bulb are usually filled with the chemical inactive nitrogen and argon gases to prolong the life of the filament, and the most of the power consumed by the filament appears as a heat, and a small part of it is in the form of light radiated. Another common application of Joule heating is the fuse used in the electrical circuit. It protects circuits and appliances by stopping the flow of any unduly high electric current. The fuse is placed in a series with the device. It consists of a piece of wire made up of a metal or an alloy of appropriate melting point, for example, aluminum, copper, iron, lead, etc. If a current larger than the specified values flows through the circuit, the temperature of the fuse wire increases, which melts the fuse wire and breaks the circuit. Hence, it is very useful at the electric home appliances. The fuse wire is usually encased in a cartridge of the porcelain or similar material with the metal ends. The fuse used for domestic purposes are rated as 1A, 2A, 3A, 5A and 10A, etc. For an electrical iron which consumes 1 kilowatt electric power when operated at 220 volt, a current of 1000 upon 220 ampere, that is 4.5 54 ammeter, will flow in the circuit. So in this case, a 5A fuse must be used to avoid any kind of damages. So dear students, today we have learned the Joule's law of heating effect, that is, what is the heating effect of electric current. So here is a small assignment based on the same topic. Try to solve the questions are there. Some questions are given here based on the topics and the formulas which are here in the same slides, and try to give the answer of these questions. Thank you. Have a nice day.